Seltzer is now live in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Ohio, Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Illinois. Go to hardafseltzer.com today. Click on the store locator and enter your city or zip to find the closest location nearest you.
We are cold for energy. Send it. Incoming. Put the money in the bag, man.
As I said, your paycheck is your thank you.
What's going on back there? This is awesome! Welcome to Earth! No. Who's flying the plane? Get cockpit. Go. God.
Black Rifle Energy, dropping near you.
Welcome to Drinkin, Bro. Yeah, welcome to the Monday Morning Recap, everybody. Brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposits all the way up to $1,000. Get off the couch and get into the action today with MyBookie.com. I couldn't get out of bed yesterday morning, nor did I really care about the afternoon games of the NFL. So get up out of the bed would have been mine yesterday. One game I did bet, I lost last night because the Chiefs decided to show up and play.
Big time.
Which was
the back, baby.
Fun. Even at a 9.5 spread against the Lions was crazy to me. No mustache today. Its mustache is gone.
What happened?
I can tell you exactly what happened. This is a true story.
Did you get raped?
Over the weekend, no.
So wait just let's slow down a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah.
In Dothraki culture, when you lose a battle, you have to cut your braids off. Right? Did something similar happen to you? You got I hear fake Ryan tittering. Somebody got raped.
I feel like I lost a battle. I do feel like I lost a battle. So
well, giving up your flower would be.
Well, that wasn't that.
Okay.
It wasn't that. But
yeah,
went up to
that thing's long gone.
yeah, I'm 18% gay, so like that was years ago, my man. But I went, and this is a true story. I went to Illinois. I took my kid. I was with an investor who also took their child.
Yeah.
And had a bunch of meetings. People who don't know Drinkin' Bros or know who we are, the looks that I'm getting and like people trying to take you seriously about things, it's like it's been a strange interaction. And it got to a point where somebody had asked my child if he was okay. And like if he was with the right person at one point. And I was just like...
Because of your mustache?
I guess, or my overall appearance with it and whatever. Yeah. And like even going up to college kids and handing out booze, which we had an event, there was a tailgate too.
Yeah.
They're like, should I take this from you? And I'm like, it's free cold alcohol right now. And you guys are college kids. And even that, like, I seem that fucking iffy to do that. But it's, you know, some of these things that you do, it's a brand that you don't know sometimes and things like that. And they're just like, okay, what's the rub? And it's like, there is no rub. I'm just giving you free alcohol. And it's a guy with a mustache and then a 7-year-old.
Yeah, I feel like the only vibe you're giving with that is like Duff Man from The Simpsons. You know what I mean?
You just thought so too.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. But no. And so I woke up and I was like, all right, man, because I had a meeting this morning, a Zoom meeting, and I shaved it before the meeting, and I was like, I might revisit it once all is said and done because the company's most important right now rather than just having fun on the show. But I was like, Jesus Christ, man, like it's a goddamn mustache. But it's been a strange weekend for me, and I'll lean on you, Bob, for a lot of this because these fucking games, man, I know I bitch about it all the time. The game that I was personally at was 11 a.m. My first meetings started at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Liquor stores on campus opened at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
So I had to go and meet with all of them. I've got my child with me, obviously. I'm pretty fucking tired. You go to the game, you're kind of half up for the game, you're kind of not.
Yeah.
The players kind of are, but kind of not. Like everybody's going through the motions for the first half, and then maybe they figure it out.
Getting
maybe
a little
they
bit of a
don't. And even Illinois, which truthfully usually has a strong Ohio State fan base there.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking empty as far as Ohio State fans go. Even Richard Dinoff, I hit him up and I was like, "Hey man, are you going?" He's like, "No, it's because it's 11."
Yeah,
man. And
it's brutal.
Something I'm not really used to because even when I was in school and we had noon games there,
Right.
It's still noon. This is a true 11 a.m. game. You have to physically walk into the stadium at 10. You have no cell service at all of these events. Whenever it's the game day or Fox Big Noon was there for this one. There's no cell coverage for the entire day. And then, we took a late flight out of Chicago. So I didn't know any of this stuff happened. The game that I was at and the scores that I saw on the scoreboard at 11 a.m. were all that I know, dude. And then I was at tailgates, meet investors and all the other shit. So, I'm literally going to have to lean on you for a lot of these games today.
I was also at an 11 a.m., a true 11 a.m. game. So I didn't catch much of the 11 a.m. slate, obviously.
But yours looked close on the scoreboard, and then it kind of, for us, it just disappeared.
We can talk about it.
Yeah, so we'll get into it. But I guess let's start with Penn State. So, dude, I did not know the outcome of this game until Sunday morning at 11:30 our time. I had no idea that Penn State lost to Northwestern, and then all of a sudden I'm getting a million texts that James Franklin is fired. What happened? Drew Allar is now out for the season.
Drew Allar's hurt for the season. I walked into Harpo's after the Missouri game and looked up at the TV, and Penn State had lost, Texas was losing to OU, and Indiana was beating Oregon. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
No. Texas beat OU, right?
In the end, they did, yeah.
Okay. It's 23-6.
Yeah.
So... I guess it was 63 at halftime. I'm looking at it now. Let's start with Penn State. What happened there? How severe was the injury to Allar? When did he go down? And how is that James Franklin's fault, I guess?
They'd lost 3 games in a row.
2 of them to 2 of the probably 5 worst teams in the P4. Northwestern and UCLA are bad. Although UCLA, maybe not.
They won again.
They blew out Michigan State.
And they got a new coach, and they won again. And they blew the shit out of Michigan State, who is not that bad.
Yeah, they're bad. But they're not
They're
bad.
worse than we thought, but they're not horrible.
Yeah.
Not horrible.
Yeah.
And so my question to you guys today, then, since we're starting with this, is who is out there that is better than James Franklin that you could possibly replace him with?
I think at this point with Penn State, you're going into a rebuild. So the fans hate Franklin. You have to cut him loose. And you bring in somebody to guide the ship while you get things right until you find your guy. I don't think this next coach will be a long-term coach.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Like a fixer, like a Bill O'Brien 2.0 type of situation at
Okay.
Penn State.
That would be the smart move for them because they're not positioned well right now. They're not positioned well. They don't have any quarterback, 5-star quarterback or receiver or anybody.
And the other one
waiting
went
in
to
the
Missouri,
wings.
yeah.
There's nobody waiting in the wings or anything. They've got to go full from scratch now, and they have to reestablish confidence in the program because 110,000 people show up every fucking weekend to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And they've not been getting their money's worth for years.
It's this year especially, it really can't be understated how, this is one of the worst coaching jobs I think I've ever seen in college football.
Yeah.
They were a national championship favorite.
I picked them to win the goddamn national championship. It was all seniors.
It wasn't just that, but the schedule was crazy favorable.
Yes.
And they just lost to the 2 literally worst teams on their schedule in the Big Ten anyway. They had worse teams outside the Big Ten on the schedule. But that's at some point you just can't sit there and let it happen.
No, I know, but I guess $50 million is a big boy buyout.
Yep.
And you got to pay that. Then you got to pay the new coach, whoever that's going to be.
And also, if the new coach is at a current big job, then you got to pay that buyout
Correct. Because there was some people, I was going through the Twitter yesterday as he got fired. Because that's when I found out that they even lost the goddamn game and all that other shit happened.
Yeah.
And people were saying, all right, I want the Indiana coach because he just won this weekend.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, everybody wants the hot, shiny new thing. But the problem is he's 64 years old.
He doesn't have the energy of a 64-year-old.
No.
He seems like he can go for a while.
He seems like Pete Carroll, where it's Pete Carroll in real life, God, that guy could coach until he's 90, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but
100%. Cignetti's the hot name for sure. The other two main names I've seen so far are Cignetti and Matt Rule at Nebraska.
But what has Matt Rule done really with Nebraska?
Nothing. But I know that Penn State's current AD, I think, was the AD at Temple when Matt Rule was at Temple.
Okay.
So that there's a connection there as well. I don't think Matt Rule's a bad coach. I don't think it's necessarily.
Is that a step up from James Franklin?
No.
Me neither.
I mean, not as of right now, no. But you never know how it shakes out. It could end up being a step up from James Franklin, but it's not. It's not necessarily like a crazy, splashy hire, or not something that I would be like, "Fuck yeah, Matt Rule." I'd just be like, I hope this works out. I don't know, man. Like,
is there a younger version of Cignetti out there?
Yeah, there's a bunch in the G5. Like again, GJ Kinney at Texas State is a good name. Golish at South Florida.
Okay.
Is going to be a hot name. I don't think he's going to be at South Florida for long. I don't know how long, but there's also the SEC jobs opening up that he might be more inclined to go to, like Arkansas or Florida.
Yeah.
But Penn State is literally as good of a job as you can get in the country.
100%.
I wouldn't be shocked to see him, and it might be a little bit too early for him specifically, but I wouldn't be shocked to see them go out and grab a really successful coordinator from somebody else, like Hartline from you guys, for example, even though he's in his first year as an OC. I think there's somebody like that out there. I don't know that they're necessarily going to go after a head coach and pay a bunch of buyout money.
Yeah.
I don't know what they paid for Franklin. I think his buyout was $60 million.
Yeah.
So they just had to pay that shit.
Yeah. It's 50. So he'll make $666,000 a week until 2031.
Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah.
What a life.
He should start a podcast.
He probably will.
Yeah. Or invest in Hard AF Seltzer.
Yeah, he's good at. He's certainly good at pressers. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up on one of these college football shows.
He actually got a lot quieter over the years because when Penn State hired him, he was like a talker.
Yeah.
Like, he talked a lot of shit, said a lot of weird shit, like I only hire coaches with hot wives type of shit.
Yeah. Sure.
And
yeah. Well, after you go 4 and 80 against fucking teams that are actually good, you probably should shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Matt Rule's record against top 10 teams is worse. Okay, it's worse than his.
yeah. Although, I mean, yeah, at Nebraska, I don't really care what he did against top 10 teams at Temple.
Right.
But, yeah, at Nebraska, it's not much better. I mean, they just lost to Michigan last week or 2 weeks ago or something like that. So, yeah, it's not like they're crushing.
I think with the with whatever the selection happens to be for coach, you're going to get a glimpse into what Penn State, from an athletic director standpoint at least, wants to do. Are they going to bring in another guy who is defensive-minded? For some reason, there's this northeast trend in both professional and college football to stick with dudes who are defensive guys. Why?
I don't know.
Why? You own the state of Pennsylvania, right? You have the best NIL program in the country, in my opinion.
Same.
You may not have the most money, but you got the best program, and the money part is solvable when you have the best program. So, I mean, why aren't they out there trying to reshape this into a fucking high-powered team of some sort? Maybe they go after Baylor's coach. Baylor's coach has done pretty well. You know?
Yeah, maybe. There was some talk, too, like on the Sunday afternoon shows after he got fired, that I wanted to bring up to you. Because the first time I've ever heard this pitch, actually, I forget, it was a black dude on NFL Sunday Football on Fox.
Okay.
I don't want to say it's Emmanuel Ocho, but he kind of looks like it. It's in that vein.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. He was a fucking... Sorry, all blacks look alike. I'm kidding. It was the wide receiver for the Vikings. I'm blanking on his name.
Chris Carter.
No.
Younger
guy. Yeah, way back in the guy.
I don't fucking know.
Either
I only
way.
know Carter and Moss.
Either way, he said coaches should start changing the rules for their contracts. And specifically saying, all right, so you want to pay me fucking $12 million a year. Put 4 of this to go in buying guys that you're buying the best talent in the country, because then that'll help extend your shelf life. I'll be a champion. You'll be a champion. Give me some rev share if we win the championship. Put in these bonuses if I do win, and start allocating some of this money that is going to me towards players and buying more players. Is that something you guys agree with?
Yeah. I mean, we had that high school football coach that never punts.
Yep.
And he said, you can pay me by when.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's fucking do this.
That's the only guy, though, that's ever said that.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
In the history of
He's
our
the only
show.
guy that ever will.
I mean, it does make sense. But nobody wants to do that, right? Everybody wants to guaranteed money, but it would make sense for a school to just be like, we're going to load up your bonus structure.
Yeah. But what's the difference between, I don't know, let's call it 7 or 8 a year versus 10 to 12. But we're going to load up your bonus structure, and we're going to allocate that money to buying the top talent there is.
Yeah.
Because let's take Miami, for example. They clearly have fucking money, University of Miami. Mm-hmm. They've gone out the last 2 years, spent it all on quarterbacks and a big-name head coach, and they're back.
Yeah.
Like, they're in the top 5, and they were able to change in 2 years.
Yeah. I mean,
money was the only thing that did that.
Miami's not back. Let's define what's actually happening here. What's happened is they're playing the same game that everybody else is now. And anybody that doesn't decide to play that game is not going to be relevant in any manner of speaking. Okay? So Miami, just like a lot of these blue blood teams did, either had an AD or staff that didn't want to play the games, and they caught up the last 2 years. Last year was okay. This year's obviously quite a bit better because it's not just one dude and one quarterback. It's not Cristobal and fucking Cam Ward. You need a bunch of dudes.
Sure.
Right. So they're catching up to some of the stuff. Some of the early adopters got out ahead of them. And the problem with some of these, Miami, in my opinion, is at least a football blue blood because they've had so much success. But it's been a while, right? Same thing with Tennessee. They started to rely on the logo way too fucking much, man. And nobody gives a shit about your logo. People care about what's hot.
Yep.
They care about what's hot. After those 4 consecutive title appearances or whatever, they didn't have to do much recruiting, and you saw them go from elite to mediocre within the course of 4 years. That's how quickly. I mean, sometimes it can do 2 years. With the transfer portal now, it's a 2-year window, and they're playing the game. A&M was an early adopter, and that shows how bad their staff was before. Because they spent more money than anybody.
Yeah.
They spent more money than anybody, but once they got a good staff and they started spending money, look at what's going on now. They're a top 5 team for the first time that I could fucking remember.
I can't remember.
Long ass time.
They might have sniffed it under Manziel, but
maybe in the middle 2010s, but like it's been a minute.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
This is the game now. That's why Saban left. He didn't want to play it, and I think that's why it was so good for Alabama for him to leave because he would have not wanted to be there. And DeBoer doesn't give a fuck. Like he's a younger guy. He wants to play that game. That's why Alabama's doing well as well because they're not just relying on the logo. They're going out and fucking beating the streets, getting people and shit like that.
I mean, your logo doesn't fucking matter. Like
not anymore.
Because even a little bit before that, it didn't. Because there's no earthly world where USC should ever be shitty.
Right.
USC
has the most money than
Dude.
Southern California's fucking brand.
USC, and I mean, Stanford now has an endowment. 3 years from now, 2 maybe.
Yeah.
3 years probably, we're going to be talking about Stanford as a top 10 football team, and it's going to blow your goddamn mind. And maybe other sports as well. They've always been okay at other sports, but they might be great at everything.
At least Stanford has a history, because looking at Indiana in the top 5 is fucking
very bizarre.
Blowing my brains out of the back of my skull.
Dan and I have been doing this show for 8 years now.
Yeah.
There is Indiana fans coming out of the woodwork on Drinkin' Bros Sports that I have never seen in 8 years. And now I'm
into it.
It's hilarious.
For what it's worth, they've probably been Indiana basketball fans the whole time, right? Because that's where their fanhood, that's where their sort of true believers lie, where they're fans no matter what.
Right.
And Indiana football is just this fucking thing that's just there. In fact, at one point, I remember this like 10 years ago, I think it was at TFM, we did a funny story just on how in order to get student season tickets or like priority for student season tickets for basketball at Indiana, you had to like prove you attended X amount of football games.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny. I didn't
Interesting.
know that. Yeah.
Well,
usually you just get the tickets.
Either way,
but.
I mean, we can move on to that game now.
We can real quick.
Because they went into
He did not say what was
house.
the injury with Allers. Do you guys know what it was?
I'll see what it is.
I think it was his shoulder or some shit.
He's out for the year, though.
Yeah, James Franklin said he was out for the year. However, in the presser I saw yesterday, or at least I caught it yesterday, they said he didn't want to speak on it before notifying the family what it was, but he's definitely out for the year. But I don't know what the injury is. And I'm assuming they didn't want to say anything because of his draft status. If it's an arm,
he has no draft status though. He's not an any round draft pick. He's not.
I agree.
If Quinn Ewers is a 7th rounder,
then
guys,
I agree. But what is the injury? Do we know?
I'm not.
And then when did he get it? How early on in that game?
First off, it doesn't matter because there's no world in which Penn State with a hobo at quarterback should lose to Northwestern. But I'll try to find when it was. I was in the fourth.
Yeah, it was. I don't think any other quarterback played. I think it was on one of the last plays of the game.
There were three minutes left in the fourth.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you shouldn't lose that game. I mean, you should have been up by 90 at that point.
Yes. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Not good. It's not good.
That's not good. Indiana, Oregon. Let's get into it for the newly found Indiana fans. Welcome to the show, guys. Proud of you. I've never heard you in 8 years.
They've been. I mean,
not in basketball either.
They've been on.
Not in basketball.
They've been ranked all season.
They have, but the fans have not shown up until now.
Even the idea of Hoosiers, like the word Hoosiers associated with football, doesn't make any sense to me.
Me neither. It's all basketball for me, but even their basketball team hasn't been very good for how long?
Been pretty mid for a while. Yeah.
So I mean, even you haven't even celebrated that for a while. So seeing these guys is new. Again, welcome to the show. Happy to have you guys. So they went on the road and won. Did not get to see one single second of this. What happened and why?
This one I caught at the bar.
Okay.
Indiana's defense is pretty good.
They fucking dominated it. Let me just point out that Oregon had a pick six.
Okay.
So they scored 13 points on offense. Indiana is, I'm just going to tell you this right now. Kurt Cignetti, we talk shit on him because he's fucking annoying, but he's a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
And his team plays like him. They're fucking mean. They're fucking psychos. They swarm. They are everywhere. This team's a fucking threat. Like a full-on threat.
They're going to be in the top 5.
They are. They're third.
They're third in the
I'm
nation.
saying they're going to end.
Oh, yeah.
In the top 5. They're going to get a bye. They might win this. They're probably going to play in the conference championship game against Ohio State.
They got a clear path to it now.
I don't think they can beat Ohio State, but that's going to be that's going to be 2 of the best teams in the country playing in that conference championship.
I don't think they can beat Ohio State twice. I do think they're capable on any given day of beating any team.
Yeah.
Like that, just because of the way they play. Like they are, it's just that type of team where it's just like hair on fucking fire. We don't care because Oregon's more talented than them. Like up and down position wise, I guarantee you Oregon is more talented.
Dan and I came back from that Ohio State Oregon game, and I said, "Look, man, we didn't think either team was that good."
Yeah.
And so we said this on last week's show. Was this possible? Yes, but I didn't think Oregon looked great against Penn State either. You and we both walked away with that game.
Yeah.
We were like, that's not an impressive football team.
Oregon routinely produces some of the best offensive linemen in the draft, right? Penei Sewell a couple years ago. They got sacked 6.5 times, 6 times against Indiana. You can't give up 6 sacks against a team that's Indiana. What the fuck?
No, I get it. I'm just looking at the stats here, and I'm trying to figure this one out. Because the quarterback, 215. Your highest running back at 70 yards for Indiana. Yeah. Where is the offense coming from? You said there was a pick 6?
That was Oregon had a pick 6. Yeah. I think,
Oregon did.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Oregon only scored 13 points. I think Indiana was working with a fair amount of like shorter fields, you could say.
Well, they scored 3 touchdowns, and they kicked 3 field goals.
3 field goals.
They scored on 6 possessions out of probably 11 or 12?
Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, but in watching the game that I was, I was on at a bar, so I was watch and then talk and then watch and then talk. But every single play I watched felt like Oregon was out there trying to handle business and Indiana was out there trying to kill.
Okay.
That was the difference.
All right.
I mean, Indiana closed out this game with 10 unanswered points, and Oregon couldn't do anything. I don't know if you watched the last quarter of the game.
I didn't see anything.
They scored.
I didn't see 1 second.
They scored early in the 4th on a pick 6. Oregon did.
Okay,
but they didn't score an offensive point since midway through the 3rd quarter.
Well,
Oregon just dumped it in on them, and that pick 6 really shouldn't have happened, to be honest. It could have been worse than what it looks like right here.
Knowing what you and I saw, and it was because Oregon only had 17 points, I think, against Penn State, and now we know what Penn State is going into the 4th quarter there. I'll say what I say last week. Indiana TBD. Oregon, though, did not look good in that Penn State game. I thought both teams were beatable, and I didn't think both teams would really end up doing anything after that.
Dude, I don't think Indiana's TBD anymore. I think we got to get off the I don't know about Indiana. We're looking at their logo. They ran straight up through Illinois' asshole and jumped out of their mouths. I mean, just ripped them to shreds. Beat them by twice as much as Ohio State just beat them by.
Yes.
They won at Oregon. That's a great win. Oregon's a good team. That is the best win of the year, I think. I think that's better than Alabama at Georgia even. I think this is the most difficult win anyone has had.
Does Indiana beat Alabama or Georgia?
Yeah. On any given, yes. I would feel really good about the way Indiana plays. And I just watched Alabama in person. We can get into that in a little bit. But just watching Indiana on television, the only place I'm going to watch them all year is on television. But goddamn, dude, they just play with urgency and fucking maliciousness. I mean, it is fucking crazy. They are, and by the way, they're better this year than they were last year. They're just straight up better. Their quarterback's better. Everyone seems like they're better. The system it's in year 2. It's getting better. Like, this Indiana team is completely fucking legit. And now they've got 2 great wins. They probably have a top 10 resume in college football.
Yeah, who's the other? Penn State? Who's the other win?
Illinois.
Illinois. Okay.
I mean, they beat Illinois 63-10 though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A 53-point win over Illinois is crazy.
And Illinois is not bad.
They're not bad.
They're not anyone beats them by 53.
Ohio State didn't beat them by 53.
No, but again, it's like it doesn't even seem like they're fucking trying right now. It just doesn't. It feels like an audition.
I know, but that's the thing.
It feels like a fucking audition.
That's what's scary about Indiana.
This game, by the way, in person, in real life for Ohio State, felt like an audition for running backs, and that's the weirdest thing to me. I've never seen a season.
I mean,
it
was
before.
20. It was 20-3 at the half, so I guess you're kind of just on cruise control at that point.
20-3 at half, and it could have been worse. We had a fucking turnover,
Yeah.
and they just stopped caring. And Ryan Day said it afterwards, but like he goes, we just took our foot off the gas, and we've got to find a way to get the guys up and shit during these games, and I think that'll be Ohio State's biggest fault. Dead serious.
Yeah.
Is because their schedule sucks this year, and they don't really play anybody. So I don't know that they're going to get a challenge until Indiana in the championship game.
Yeah, I mean, Michigan's always Michigan, I guess, but
it is, yeah. and clearly with the Red River Shootout, which we'll get to as well, you can throw the records out the window,
right?
Because I was fucking dead wrong on that goddamn game.
Yeah, we all were. Yep.
And it sucked, but. Yeah, I don't think it's a good thing for Ohio State to not have a challenge all year up until your Big Ten championship game.
Yeah, and Indiana seems to be. I mean, Kirk Cignetti, he's giving big like Dan Campbell vibes. You know what I mean? Just a fucking lunatic. Just a lunatic.
Who do they play the rest?
I mean,
of the year?
it's not lunatic behavior to demand excellence of your people. That's something that no matter how good or bad you are, can elevate you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the thing we talk about with individual athletes all the time too. If a guy's got that drive plus the talent, you get Michael Jordan and Kobe and people like that. And if he's got that talent without specifically that kind of drive, sometimes you get LeBron, right? Who's holding his leg and crying at the refs while the other team's going.
Well, he had a huge announcement for Hennessy the other day, Dan.
I'm sure he did, yeah. But when he's actually locked in, like that series against the Warriors that they won.
Yeah.
In Cleveland, he was locked in that series.
Yeah.
And that chase down block on Iguodala is one of the biggest plays in NBA history. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like that's the difference between, even if you're that great, he's one of the greatest athletes in human history, even if you're that great, the motivation, the spark, whatever the fuck you want to call it, can make the difference between great and all-time great or good and great.
I think both of these, the challenge for Ohio State and Indiana, now that they're number 3, is just staying motivated the rest of the year because there is nobody on the schedule.
Don't think Indiana's going to have a problem. Do not think Indiana's going to have a problem.
They're sure as shit not going to have a problem with Penn State.
They're at Penn State. It depends on what coach gets in there. UCLA's fired up now for some reason.
It doesn't even matter because they can afford to lose a game and they'll still make the Big Ten championship with one loss because everyone else in the Big Ten is stacking losses.
Well, Oregon's got a lot, as long as they don't lose 2, because Oregon's got a loss and it's to them, so they win that tiebreaker.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, dude, just the way Indiana was flying, and just again, I can't stress this enough. Like the malice with which they play, like they are just fucking angry and urgent, dude. It's crazy.
I will trust in you. I did not watch this game, so hey, fair enough. Next up is Washington State, Ole Miss. What happened in this fucking game?
This I was in the game for
24-21 against Washington State.
Yeah, it's just bad. It's just bad. I didn't get to see much of this one, but Ole Miss I don't know. Don't love it. Wazoo's bad. North Texas beat Wazoo by like 40.
Yeah, North Texas from Denton, who lost by 40 points, almost. No, 30,
Almost 30.
29 points, or 26 points, whatever, 27, to South Florida. They lost by almost 30 to South Florida at home, and they beat them.
Yeah.
That's not sweet. They beat Washington State by 49.
Right.
I mean, it's one of those foot off the gas kind of games, obviously, but still, you can't fucking do that.
Yeah. Next up is Florida at Texas A&M. A&M rolled.
Handle business.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a close first half, and then A&M went to the locker room and, just handle business.
Yeah. Great win.
Yeah.
I mean,
nothing you can say.
Florida just came off that Texas win.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't mean shit if what happened didn't happen here, and that'll lead us to the next one, Oklahoma at Texas, the Red River Shootouts. Boy, I saw this on the scoreboard. It was the last time I saw it.
Yep.
It was 6-3 at halftime, Oklahoma.
Yep.
Mateer did start, it said. I saw that on the
Yeah, he
ticker.
started, and he threw 3 interceptions.
Okay, gotcha. And that was the difference, I guess?
More or less, because Texas only scored 16 points on offense. Their offense wasn't good. They had a punt return for a touchdown, and they got 3 interceptions.
Oh, shit.
So, essentially, I was always suspicious of Oklahoma's offense, even with Mateer, because they don't have a running game. And Mateer's hurt still, I know, whatever. But, this just proves that Oklahoma's offense also stinks. Their defense is still very good. They held Texas's offense to 16 points, which is you should win any game. You hold the team to 16 points.
Yeah, and by the way, just save it with the arch bullshit. He threw for 166 yards. He still looked like shit.
The first half highlights that were on the scoreboard at halftime, because it was
Right.
I don't.
Nobody looked good in this game. Let me just put that out there right now. This was a great, fun game, I guess, if you're in the rivalry, and especially if you're a Texas fan. No one looked good. Don't take either of these teams seriously. Oklahoma's offense has serious fucking question marks. And Texas, they won a rivalry game. Good for them. I still don't see them winning fucking at Georgia.
I don't either.
So you can count them out of the playoffs. And by the way, they still got to handle Vanderbilt at home, and you never know. And they get A&M. So, I mean, yes, nice day for Texas. They got a rivalry win. So even when this season's, when this turd of a season does get flushed, not flushed yet, it's floating.
Yeah.
It's floating
floating.
But when it does get flushed, you will at least have that OU win on your resume to a little bit of bragging rights.
I don't know if anybody's going to give a shit. After all the shit they talked, I just don't think anybody's going to care.
Are they ranked this week?
Yeah, they are. They're back in the rankings. And honestly, whatever. They're 4-2. They beat a top 10 team, a former top 10 team.
6. They were 6 when they played them.
And look, they're not even out of the SEC race yet. They only have one SEC loss. So,
boy, all right. Next up was Alabama, Missouri. Again, you were at this game. Didn't see it. I put a fucking grand on it. Alabama minus 2.5. That was in Drinkin Bros Sports. We called it the Bob Special.
Yeah.
Before the game here. Was this as close as this score?
Yeah. I mean, we were driving. We had the ball to win the game with 50 seconds left and got to about midfield.
Missouri's a good team. We talked about it for the last couple weeks. The new coaching staff, Bo Pribula.
How did he do?
He lost us the game, to be quite honest.
Okay.
He was missing a lot of open guys. It seemed like he was really forcing it. Alabama sold out to beat the run because their secondary is good, and they can do that, I guess. More or less worked. I think we averaged 6 yards a carry, but that was kind of supplemented by breaking off some big runs. But on the non-burst plays, they hemmed us in pretty decently. But there were open guys. Everyone around me was screaming he missed him. Not even he missed a throw. He didn't see him.
Right.
He was really locking in on guys. I think he felt a lot of pressure. Did not perform how you want him to in a huge game. But what was crazy is that Alabama should have won by a lot. They just let us hang around.
Okay.
Hang around.
Is this a team that can compete for a national championship, Alabama?
Yes.
Barely. I'll say but barely.
They're not. We were talking about spark before. They're not focused enough. They're very inconsistent, and it's not the play necessarily that's inconsistent, like showing up. It's the execution. That's a coaching problem.
They really. they could have and should have won by probably 2 scores. I mean, and first drive of the second half, Alabama has the ball. If they score, it's going to be a brutal hole. We force a fumble, we sack and strip sack Ty Simpson and get the ball and score like 2 plays later. Tie the game. A minute and a half. The second half could not have opened any better. And then Alabama just kind of dinked and dunked their way around. Time of possession was heavily in their favor, which is the exact thing we didn't want. But somehow the defense just kept us in the game. But Alabama was very like bend, don't break. And right at the last second when they needed to do something, like convert a 4th and 8, they did.
Okay.
Like, I mean, it was by the skin of their teeth in a way that did not need to be skin of their teeth. They should have won by a lot more. So props to the defense for kind of hanging in there for Missouri. But yeah, Bo, if Bo had a better day, I feel like we win that game. But
well, it is his first year as a starter, and look, he's coming back next year. He's not going to the pros.
No.
So he's got time to develop, and that's fine. I mean,
and it looked honestly like the receivers. It looked like they weren't on the same page because his interception to lose the game. I think maybe he sailed that one. He had 2 interceptions, and one of them it looked like the receiver did not go where he was supposed to go.
Okay.
And Bo was just like through it. But yeah, I mean, Bo, we needed a better game out of Bo, and we didn't get it. Is what it is.
Because I'm going to jump ahead here. Texas Tech rolled Kansas. That's fine. But I want to jump ahead of this Georgia game because now this one, when I woke up Sunday morning, this was the game that everybody was really pissed off about.
Yeah.
There is a ton of, just because I'm from the South, obviously, Facebook photos and all that other shit with the touchdown that didn't count.
Yeah.
The Kirby Smart timeouts where he said he was clapping. He was clearly not. I mean, they showed it over and over again with SVP last night.
SEC refs are fucking awful. Awful. And they will, and it's on more than one occasion I have watched them watch calls go in the favor of the teams that.
Georgia and Alabama.
Yeah. Often.
Every single comment seemed like that. And I watched like even Scott Van Pelt.
We had some questionable last calls.
Scott Van Pelt last night after that Chiefs game went back to that and he goes, dude, something's got to be done about this. Like that's, I mean, it was clearly, when he showed it last night, I was like, and I didn't watch the goddamn game. First of all, the kid from Auburn scored a touchdown.
100%.
It should have been 17.
Talking about Jackson Arnold?
Yes, it should have been 17-3 at halftime. And then the timeout by Kirby Smart.
He argued wasn't, and they
gave it to him.
Yeah.
Like, it clearly, and he said timeout in slow motion. Even if you watch that play over and over again, I don't really understand it. So here's what I'm trying to figure out. Who is the Final Four here? Who is it? Because the rest of these teams, LSU 20-10, who gives a fuck? Tennessee barely squeaked by Arkansas. Georgia Tech is just playing out the year. Like, Ohio State, like everybody's kind of playing out the year here. It seems like when you don't have a schedule. Georgia Tech doesn't have a schedule left.
Yeah,
Ohio State doesn't either.
Ohio State, Miami, A&M, and Alabama. That's my guess.
Those are your 4? What about you? Who are your 4?
I mean, I think those will be the top 4 teams. Obviously, there's conferences involved there. So
no, but at the end of the year, who's the 4 that are left standing here? Because I'm trying to find a team that I'm impressed by.
Ohio State. Man, I'm still not sold Alabama and Georgia. I'll lean Alabama because they're actually winning. I mean, Georgia has 1 loss, but still. This is not in order, by the way. Ohio State, Alabama.
Well, that part's in order.
Ohio
State's clearly better than everybody else.
Yes.
Indiana and Texas Tech. I think you guys are sleeping on Texas Tech.
The Big 12 is.
If you care about money, if you care about people putting money into the program, then you can't sleep on Texas Tech because that money paid for real dudes.
I just think A&M has arrived.
I don't trust A&M yet.
I don't trust them either, but I do think that they're right there.
I don't trust any of these teams. Like none. The Big 12 has never even made a BCS fucking finale.
They have.
I think it was just once, right, with Manziel?
No, what? No, Manziel didn't make the championship.
Baker Mayfield, I'm sorry?
No, it was TCU.
Oh, I forgot about TCU. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, so is Texas Tech this year's TCU, I guess?
No.
I mean, they're going to be in the playoff.
No, they're not this year's TCU. They're much better than that TCU too. I'm telling you, man, if you care about NIL, Texas Tech did it fucking right. They spent a ton of money on legit dudes. And they're blowing people out like that. If you didn't watch them play at Utah is really good. Utah is a legitimate team. They just blew out Arizona State, and Texas Tech blew their doors off. Like, this team is stacking wins against, like, big wins against quality. They're doing, honestly, very similar thing to, like, Indiana, where they're not necessarily, aside from Oregon, playing the best teams, but they are just ripping the throats out of everyone they play because they know they need to make noise.
Yeah, and A&M is not. A&M is winning handily, but they're not blowing people out. And maybe they don't care about that. I don't know. Some coaches are like that, but we'll see. They're going at Arkansas this week. Who cares about that? But then they got LSU and Missouri back-to-back on the road. So they got 3 road games in a row. We're going to see what this team is made of.
Yeah, and I'll say this about Texas Tech because Morton is day-to-day, and they're at Arizona State.
Oh, they're going to roll Arizona State.
Without their quarterback?
Yeah, they beat Utah without their quarterback. I think he got hurt in the game. So, yeah.
But it's Morton. Morton's the dude, so he could be out for Texas Tech.
That's fine. Texas Tech's loaded. Their line play, they have lines on each side of the ball that no one in the Big 12 can deal with. Like no one else is remotely close to that level of talent.
In the Big 12, nobody's going to touch them. They may lose some game at some point. Who's their last game of the year? What's their rivalry game this year?
I don't even know who their rivals are at this point, just with conference realignment.
Yeah.
It's at West Virginia's last game of the year.
That's spooky, but West Virginia sucks right now.
Yeah, it's at Arizona State, and then
they got to play BYU, but it's at home. And to be honest, they've played quite a bit better than BYU this year. Tech should go undefeated.
They should.
And then
theoretically,
we'll see if it's BYU or I don't know if Utah can still pop up there. Depends on what BYU does the rest of the year, but it looks like it'll be them and BYU in the conference championship as well.
Utah should also. I mean, who knows what'll happen? But
they're playing BYU this week, right?
Yeah, that'll be a big rivalry game. It's at BYU, but if they beat them, I think Utah should be favored in the rest of the games. Maybe they're a dog at Baylor, yeah, it might be a rematch of Utah-Texas Tech, which is actually horrible for Texas Tech. Although I think Texas Tech, especially if Texas Tech goes undefeated and makes the Big 12 championship game, they don't even need to win it to get in the playoff at that point. They will be in regardless. You're not going to keep an 11-1 team out of the – I'm sorry, a 12-1 team because they would have gone 12-0. You're not keeping a 12-0 team out of the playoff. Doesn't fucking matter.
And especially there's going to be so many other losses that get piled up on all these other teams that it's –
I wouldn't even keep even if they lose a regular season Big 12 game, make the final, I don't think you can keep an 11-2 conference championship loser out of the – out a P4 conference championship.
There's also no way that A&M, Ole Miss, Alabama, maybe Georgia, maybe LSU, probably Tennessee don't get at least one more loss because their schedules are all fucked. Like maybe somebody skirts out. One of these SEC teams goes undefeated in the SEC. I don't think so because the team that's the best team in the SEC, in my opinion, is still Alabama. I don't think A&M is going to get out unscathed. I damn sure don't think Ole Miss is going to get out unscathed.
No.
Right? So there's not going to be an undefeated team at all by the end of the season, from the SEC, which means you're either going to get a 1 or 2 loss conference champion. Right?
Yeah.
So, then Indiana, as a 1-loss conference championship loser, is going to be in the 4 slot maybe, right?
Yeah, decent chance.
It's fucking crazy.
And you might get a bid, we'll probably even get a bid from the SEC where it's a 3-loss conference championship game loser, so they're 10-3.
Yeah, maybe.
Right? And, that's in. You're going to put that in.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's weird. It's like dealing with win-loss record for a starting pitcher in baseball and whether or not you're going to vote Cy Young anymore. It's all these rules have changed now because of this conference realignment. Nobody gives. You got to think the voters aren't going to care if Alabama loses 2 games or Texas loses 3. If Texas comes back and starts fucking people up, they'll be right back in it. Even with where they are right now. I hate to say that because, God damn it, I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
No, it's just
it could definitely happen. They could go fucking 10-2. And get their ass handed to them in the conference championship game, be 10-3, and they will be in the playoff.
Yep.
The hilarious thing is, it's still the same teams we thought at the beginning of the year. They're just in a totally different order right now. And let's not forget, Notre Dame is getting in, unfortunately.
Hey, USC stacked a good win this weekend.
They had a a walk-on running back go for 158 against Michigan. And, that's fucking insane to me.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for that shit.
No.
USC, is that at Notre Dame or is it at USC? It's at Notre Dame. It's this week. It's this week.
Is it really?
Yeah, so we'll see. Notre Dame, this is Notre Dame's first playoff game. They have to win.
If they lose this, they're out.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're not getting in.
This is a must-win Saturday
Because that's
night.
USC, sort of is their only competition for that slot.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Even though the conferences aren't aligned like that anymore, USC is, they are where they are, but still, I think in people's brains, that's a rivalry. Like one of those two teams will get in, not both, if one of them beats the other.
Because if you look at the rankings, the hilarious part is, jokingly at the beginning of the year, if you guys remember this in the pre-prediction show, we all had Indiana in. Mm-hmm. Still.
Because we just looked at their schedule and we were like, God damn it.
Yeah, they're going to have one. Like, we have the same exact teams. It's kind of where we started.
Yeah, but I expected Indiana to come in around between 8 and 12. Not go at Oregon and beat them by 10 points and hold Oregon to 13 offensive
It's still
scores.
the same
that's
teams.
crazy.
It's just in a different order, and it's trying to figure it out right now because if you look at it, I don't think Ohio State doesn't play anybody the rest of the year until the conference championship. Miami doesn't play anybody the rest of the year until the conference championship. Indiana doesn't play anybody until the end of the year until the conference championship. A&M's got a tough schedule. Ole Miss has a tough schedule. Bama has a tough schedule. Texas Tech. Who knows? I mean, Arizona State, I guess. BYU.
I think Texas Tech has a tougher schedule.
They got to play BYU. They got to play. I mean, at West Virginia is a sneaky game.
Yeah.
Last game of the season.
At Arizona State and versus BYU are probably tougher games than Indiana or Ohio State has left on their schedule, but it's not like crazy.
Yeah,
comparatively, considering Tech's capabilities, yes.
And if you look at Oregon, they got a pretty easy route the rest of the year.
Yeah, they only got one loss.
So they'll be
but
there.
They're boxed out right now.
Yeah, unless fucking Indiana loses a conference game, Oregon is not in the conference championship.
Indiana lose 2 because they have the tiebreaker.
They have the tiebreaker, so Indiana has to lose 2. But here's the thing:
that's true,
Oregon's still number 8. So if they win out,
pretty deservedly, I think. I mean,
if they win out, they're in.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, the Big Ten's a 3-bid league,
right?
I think it's got to be a 3-bid league. I don't know. I don't feel like you can give Illinois a bid. I will say if USC beats Notre Dame, you got to start looking hard at USC for a bid because they're a one-loss team, and if USC can get to 10-2, between the fact that they've done pretty well and it's fucking name brand, like there's a very good chance USC.
So Illinois got 2. You've got to put them in. You have to. If they went out, they have Washington, which is that could be a tough game. We've seen that this year.
At Washington's tough.
At Washington would be tough, but they got Rutgers, Maryland, at Wisconsin. They suck, and then Northwestern. And don't read anything into that. But their 2 losses will be to Ohio State at 1 and to Indiana at 3, and they beat USC, who will probably, if they beat Notre Dame, will be in. Illinois is getting into the fucking playoff.
Yeah. Could be a. Yeah.
Because then you have to hold out one of those 10-3 teams or 10-2 teams or 9-3 teams out of the SEC. You have to put them in. They've got a ranked win and only losses to numbers 1 and 3.
Right.
You have to put them in, which is fucking crazy.
I know.
Those are the rules.
I know.
I mean, not literally, but what the fuck?
Speaking of Rule, Matt Rule says he loves Nebraska, but he won't shut down the Penn State talk. So he'll listen. He says he's going to listen.
Who wouldn't listen?
I mean,
I agree.
Get a raise at worst.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
From Nebraska.
Yeah.
All right, we got some sponsors real quick to put the show in there, and we'll get to the NFL here. Wild weekend in college football, which is why we spend so much time on it. First and foremost, mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. The Rakebacks, Bob, tell them about it.
Look, if you had a bad
Lost
week.
That Chiefs game last night, Bob.
Yeah, if you had a bad week, if you say we're convinced that Oregon was going to handle a soft-ass Indiana team, or that OU was going to beat the shit out of Texas.
Yes.
As I was certainly convinced.
Those were my 3 big losses, that and the Chiefs this weekend.
Then,
Jesus Christ.
If you're a regular player, MyBookie will toss you a little money back. If you're part of the MyBookie Plus rewards program, just if you're a regular player, it doesn't cost anything. Don't have to sign up even. And so if you have a bad weekend, they'll give you a little money. They'll say, hey, thanks for playing. Thanks for being a valued customer. Sorry you had a shitty weekend. Here's some money to keep your life interested.
Yeah. Next up, so go to mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. We'll get into the NFL game tonight. We got a big NFL game tonight. Bills are on tonight against the Falcons. You probably know where I'm going with this one.
Yeah. All in on the Bills?
Oh, God. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I had 3.5 for some reason. Did Josh Allen die on a flight this morning?
It's the NFL, man.
Happened?
It's a weird fucking league,
Did Josh Allen die on a flight? That's all I want to know. Something happened to Josh Allen?
Buffalo's look kind of shitty lately, to be honest.
Yeah, but they played New England's. I thought they would be here.
New England is not better than Atlanta by any stretch. They have a better quarterback, probably, even though he's like 12 years old.
Better QB, better coach, but
better
Yeah,
ingredients.
I agree.
Papa John.
Roster top to bottom.
It's not even close.
I think the
Roster
Falcons
top to
are better
bottom.
roster top to bottom.
Next up is drinkinbrostickets.com. If you want tickets to any of these events, including tonight's game, pretty cheap, man. So if you want to go to the college games, man, take your kids to these college games as well. They're a blast. Somebody bought Harry Potter tickets today in Denver. Like, we literally sell everything.
What do you mean, Harry Potter? What?
I think it's a play.
Is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child traveling to Denver?
That's
the play.
Yes, it is.
Why do you know
that is the play.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that too.
Oh, you did too?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the play in Denver.
I don't like this.
Somebody bought tickets to that. But that's, I mean, to prove that we truly have everything, I did not know we had that, for Christ's sake.
You don't remember Black Hermione?
Oh, is that what that is?
It's just the original London play. Hermione was black, and there was a big kerfuffle.
Okay, that's really funny. Yeah.
Black people don't use the word kerfuffle.
They sure don't.
Yeah, I know. Us angry whites. We're kerfuffled.
You get kicked out of black for saying that word.
Yeah, you do. But
like, you're not black anymore. Get out. It's either that or not voting for Biden.
See, that's what happened. Is everyone was angry about Black Hermione, and then J.K. Rowling was like, "Penises are only on boys. Does that help?" And then they were like, "All right, yeah, cool.
Yeah,
we're good. No one's angry at you anymore."
No one's.
She gets
angry.
it from both ends. She really does.
Today's a peaceful day. Okay.
Yeah.
Some ladies like getting it from both ends. So
yeah.
I don't know.
It might be a kink, honestly, at this point for J.K. Rowling.
Who knows? But we literally have everything for sale on the sites, and it's fun, man. We took the kids this weekend, and it's fun to get out of the house and just go out and fucking live your life, dude. And the kids love it and all the other stuff, so it's great. We have tickets for everything: concerts, fucking Harry Potter, goddamn college football, NFL, you name it. $10 cheaper than StubHub. Last but not least is hardafseltzer.com. I've been saying this for the last few weeks here. We're down to the last 3. If you're in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, which they keep on winning, or Auburn, who got jobbed this weekend, there's plenty of Hard AF Seltzer to either celebrate or drown your sorrows in at the Circle K's. If you buy out all the Circle K's, we're doing a 100-store test run with them through November 6th. If it goes well for us, those are the cities they chose. They will put us in 3,000 stores in the Southeast. It will literally change the company overnight. If you are in Tuscaloosa or Auburn, please go and buy them out and help us and help yourself. There's over 4,000 listeners who invested in the company. This is a win-win for everybody all the way around. We're got the tall boys up at HEB down the streets. All those USA to goes up in Michigan are fully stocked up. Upper Peninsula, all those Christ gas stations up there are now carrying it in Michigan. So go and help yourself. And then Penn State, we'll see what colleges or what coaches they get. Penn State cans are still out everywhere. Look, they still have a chance to ruin somebody's season, which is nice. Mm-hmm. So they got something to play for. If whoever comes in, by the way, should just circle that game and say, look,
well, they're not gonna.
We can fuck up one person's season. It'd be great. That's exactly what UCLA did.
Yeah, they're not gonna. I mean, whoever they hire is not gonna start coaching this year.
Oh, you don't think so?
No. Well, why would you?
You know, I don't know.
Why
who's the interim head coach? I guess it wasn't Knowles. It's not the defensive coach.
I don't know, but
it's him. I know from Ohio State, but I don't know the other guy.
But that guy's just going to worry about Terry Smith.
Okay.
He was I don't even know what he was. But the other guy, whoever they hire, is just going to worry about recruiting and getting his staff in. There's no reason to fucking shovel water out of that boat right now. Let other people do that shit.
Oh, there's 2 Monday night games tonight. Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ, again. I love it. It's like Christmas every Monday nights.
He was the cornerbacks coach.
Okay.
And now he is the head
coach of Penn State University.
Hey, that's how Dabo started.
Yeah.
He went from wide receivers coach to interim head coach.
Terry Smith was he's in his mid-50s. He was a wide receiver on the last national championship they won, I think.
Really?
Yeah. What year was that?
80 something.
Late 80s, early 90s.
I thought it was 88.
I forget.
Yeah, it's something like that.
I forget. It wasn't alive. We got 2 Monday night games before we get into
it was 86.
NFL over the weekend, 86.
Yeah. It was the year after he got there, or the year before he got there, actually. So he wasn't on that team.
Okay.
Anyways.
Bills at the Falcons tonight. That is the first game up. That is at 6:15. Jesus Christ. Let's go. That's starting early, dude. But I guess it's Columbus Day. Mm-hmm. So,
Columbus Day doubleheader.
Some people have it off, I guess.
Yeah, it's funny. Some of the Candace's oldest is in school today.
Yeah. I used to have to go to school for this.
I never got out of school for.
I had to. We made the paper hats for Columbus Day and all that other shit.
Never got that off.
Yeah.
Didn't have Veterans Day off.
But because of
we didn't have
Catholics
Veterans Day
hate
off.
the military or what?
You guys didn't fight in the Crusades, so why would we?
Yeah, I
what are
mean,
you talking about?
I mean,
Who's you guys?
American soldiers.
American soldiers.
Yeah, America didn't exist, bitch.
and exactly.
That's why they don't celebrate it. This is Bills -3.5. What am I missing on this point spread here?
That it's the NFL and it's a road game, and the Falcons aren't that bad. Like they're not great.
Average margin of victory is 4.2. They're giving them half a point for home field. That's it. That's all you're seeing. There's nothing else there. By the way,
insane.
The Bills just lost to the Patriots by 3 at home.
Yeah, but the Bills, I thought the Patriots would be good this year at some point. Like I really did.
They're not.
I was disappointed they were losing early on.
Yeah, they're not good.
I think this is if you're gonna first off, if you're gonna do your teaser, you take the Falcons up to 9.5 on a 6-pointer or 10.5 on a 7-pointer.
I can't even do that, man.
I think that's the move for sure. But yeah, I mean,
I think Penix is an awful quarterback. I mean, just awful. I just don't see how this defense doesn't fucking destroy him.
The NFL's just weird and it gets gross. And
I don't even like the over in this game.
I think, I'd have no read on the over/under. I would take a half point.
49.5 is a lot.
On the line straight up, I'd take a half point, take the Bills -3, just say fuck it.
Yep.
Roll with the better team, but like it's going to be close. It's going to be a close game.
All right, look, I've been wrong most of the weekend, so I will trust you today, man. I'm going to take the Bills for all the things here. Dan, what do you got?
I'm going to take. I think the Bills will. I think the Bills will win by a touchdown, probably.
Yeah. I could be 2 touchdowns. Who knows?
I know that people are worried they're trending in the wrong direction right now. The Bills, like they've been turning the ball over a lot. Not Josh Allen specifically. I think he's only got 2 picks on the year actually. Yeah. But they've been fumbling. They had They had 2 fumbles and an interception in the last game. Obviously, you can't give up 3 possessions and win. But that was their Achilles heel for a long time. The Bills had a great roster. They just turned the ball over a lot. You can't win that way. Maybe there's some apprehension about that because the Falcons have created a lot of turnovers this year. Despite having like mid-level success because their offense.
Yeah.
Well, their quarterback
isn't bad.
Yeah.
Drake London's been great. Bijan Robinson has looked every bit the part of the #1 fantasy player that everybody drafted. I just don't believe in Penix, and that's just me personally. Next up is Bears at the Redskins. Now, this spread doesn't make any sense to me. This is -5.5. I would have thought this would have been closer just because these guys are rivals. So, what do you do here?
Well, I already took it at 4.5.
Oh, you did?
Earlier in the week. Yeah.
Okay.
So it went up. Money's on moving on Washington.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
it's the Bears.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams is a turd.
Yes, he is.
Hey, man, 8 TDs, only 2 interceptions. All right.
That tells the entire story.
Josh Allen's sitting there at 9-2. He hasn't been doing that bad. But the Bears are really fucking disappointing this year. God.
This game seems impossible to me.
This is another game, like, if you want to do the teaser thing, I would love, like, Falcons 9.5 and then Bears 11.5 plus 11.5, just because it's the NFL, right? So big spreads, hard to cover.
Yeah, they're tough to cover. I mean, you could, with a 13-point teaser, you could jack all 4 of these up.
Yeah.
Because they let you do it on all 4. What would you do there? Jack up the over-under to 62.5?
Yes, jack up the overs and take the unders.
Under?
Yeah.
And then take the other one up to 61.5?
Yeah, 100%.
Goodness gracious. Caleb Williams in the second half so far this season, 56.1% completion percentage.
Yeah.
Good God, man.
Yeah.
That is real bad. I mean, that's bench bad. That's really bad.
Hey, dude.
It's not a good team.
No. So that's a really tough call here on this one. All right, let's head to the other games here over the weekends. Man, I lost a shit ton of money on this Eagles game on Thursday night.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on, dude?
Eagles offense has been stalling out real bad.
Bad. Very, very bad. And,
it's bad on third down especially. They've been bad, which is odd because they have a third down play that nobody can stop.
Uh-huh.
So if it's third and short, they're getting it. So anything that's over 3rd and 1, they're not getting any of them.
Right.
Statistically speaking, right? Because that's how bad they've been. If you've got Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts, forget about their little tush-push play. You've got to be able to get that 75% of the time, 80% of the time, just with the personnel. Forget about the formation.
What, 3rd and short?
Yeah.
So like 3rd and 3 or less?
Third and 3 or less,
Yeah.
Anything under 3rd and 4, you got to get that every single time.
Yeah, they should.
Right?
Scatterbo,
And they're not getting shit.
for the Giants, CTE is afraid of this guy. I don't think he can get CTE. He's just fucking hammering people. 3 touchdowns. They're making a big deal. Him and Jackson Dart sat next to each other on the flight back from New Orleans.
Yeah.
Where it's just the fucking creatine Caucasians.
Yeah,
And
they're just holding.
I love this.
They're holding hands,
love
giving
it.
each other injections.
I love it.
Snorting lines of creatine
Good.
off each other's asses.
Good.
Yeah.
Good for them. But, I mean, you got ass pounded by the fucking Giants, dude.
Yep.
On a Thursday night game. That's bad, dude.
It was real bad.
So this one was just absolutely stunning, dude. And then the Giants fans popped up out of nowhere, finally.
I mean, they exist.
They've always
existed.
They always
They
exist.
just usually don't say anything.
Well, no, what they usually say is "fucking kill me."
Yeah.
Please kill
Yep.
me.
Yep.
Like even the last couple of years when the Jets fans thought like, "Oh, we're gonna be back." It's like
No, let's
you're
go ahead and
not.
talk about it. That was the worst game I've ever seen in my entire life on
Dude,
Sunday
fucking,
morning.
it's fucking London. You can't.
13-11. Justin Fields is broken. He is a broken man.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He was sacked 9 fucking times in this game.
Yeah.
He had -1 passing yards. Like, there's no time. There's no pockets. Playing in here and for the Bears for the last 4 or 5 years as a starter,
Yeah.
that guy is broken. He is mentally broken, and that's it. Shows you what happens. You
Yeah.
get drafted by bad teams.
Yeah.
You're over.
Imagine if your first
It's
job
done.
in Hollywood was like being Harvey
Apocalypse Now.
Weinstein's assistant. My first joke was going to be Marlon Brando's PA on fucking
Apocalypse Now, yeah.
Yeah. Like you're not coming out of that
No.
in a good place.
No.
And that's
He got hit 15 times.
Yep. 15.
4 pass deflections. So he dropped back. He got 9 of those are sacks. So that's 5, 6, 10 of the 17 times he dropped back to pass. 10 of those times he either got hit or the pass was deflected.
Yep. And if you look,
That's over half.
yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
The-
I don't know if
but
I've ever seen a stat
The
like
Jets
that
are
before.
0-6. I mean, this is you can't go. Your first 2 teams can't be the Bears and the Jets.
Yeah.
Like you're fucked. That's why I think this kid. We'll go back to the earlier game. Caleb Williams. I don't know what to think of that guy because he's on a dog shit fucking team. Is it him?
now he only had 1 year. We'll see how Ben Johnson is as a coach because I actually do still have a lot high hopes for Ben Johnson as a head coach.
Okay.
The guy who was helped make the Lions, right?
Yeah,
As the
yeah,
OC.
yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. All I know is that Williams has the same problem that Fields has and had in Chicago, which is the line sucks.
Fine sucks.
The line is not good.
And you see how it can break a human being.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen this over the years with a lot of quarterbacks. And, man, if you don't end up in the right situation, like let's take Drake May, for example, and success in New England. They don't throw the ball that much. They kind of take it along very, very slow. It's all methodical. They've got a great coach. They've got a great defense. They got 2 great running backs up there in New England. You can kind of just work somebody into the season. And you don't have that option with the Jets or the Bears. You were thrown into the fucking fire, and you're running for your life on every goddamn play.
Yeah,
right?
it's crazy that when Burrow's in the game and healthy and gets any sort of protection, still elite.
Yes.
It hasn't broken him somehow, even though he's missed 2 seasons, basically.
yeah.
We're on 2.5
Because
now.
Burrow's a god tier. Like these guys were looking at upper, maybe your best case scenario is upper tier game managers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is fine. Saying someone as a game manager quarterback is like making fun of someone for only winning $500 on their scratch off
Yeah.
instead of
Right,
$1 million
right.
jackpot, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like, hey man, you got something that works. That's fine. But yeah, those type Burrow's unbreakable essentially. But
Mentally,
yeah. Like it's he's that good. But if
Which it makes it worse, by the way. It makes it worse that they haven't done something.
I know.
Because he should be setting every record that's ever existed.
It's a crime. Like, it's a crime against the sport.
It sucks. I mean, God, it's so depressing.
All of it.
I don't even care about Cincinnati or any. I don't even like the only NFL team I care about is the Redskins. But God damn, dude, it would be like I guess this is what it would have been like watching Michael Jordan labor in the playoffs for the first
80s.
like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Just getting wrecked, knocked down, nobody protects him.
Yeah.
And then,
he had the mental fortitude to get through it, and they made some moves. But man,
I just hope it happens before Burrow's fucking spine gets snapped in half, like poor Matt Stafford did in Detroit. He played a whole season with his goddamn back broken.
Speaking of another guy who's fairly mentally unbreakable.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh my God, dude. He's having a great year.
Yeah.
So is Danny Dimes. Colts beat the Cardinals. They're 5-1. I mean, this is fucking insane, dude. 5-1. I don't give a shit that Kyler Murray wasn't playing. It doesn't matter who's playing.
Jacoby Brissett had a good game, by the way. Not a great game, but he had a good game.
320 and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Can't ask for more than that.
But yeah,
I'm a backup quarterback.
Daniel Jones, 22 for 30.
Efficient. Good job.
Did his job.
Yep.
Jonathan Taylor, 21 carries, 123 yards. That is a balanced offense right there.
Tyler Warren,
They're 5-1.
another touchdown.
Yep. They're looking great. Chargers.
Tyler Warren's going to go over 1,000 yards as a rookie tight end.
Yep. Brock Bowers did it last year, and those are the only 2 I can remember in the last 10.
The only one that I can think of before that it would be Tony Gonzalez, maybe. I don't.
Yeah.
Travis didn't do it. He got like 640, I think, his first
he
year.
didn't have
And I doubt someone like Shannon Sharp or someone did.
Probably not on the Packers back then, or on the
Broncos
back then. Yeah, not early anyways.
No.
Chargers beat the Dolphins. Hooray! Who cares? Dolphins are 1-5. They'll be blowing up this team in any second now.
Yep.
At this point, I think it's all done there. McDaniel's done. Maybe McDaniel wants to go and coach Penn State. That would be fucking fun, man.
I don't know that I hate that hire. If you want an offensive mind, fun guy the kids might like.
Because here's the other part that you got to think of. Like, kids are motivated by people in the NFL, man. Like,
And Penn State doesn't
I actually think it would be a great hire.
Penn State doesn't have discipline problems that they need some hard ass to come in and coach them. No, those guys tend to handle their business.
Change your offense, change your whole team. That would be a great hire because he's out of there after this year. So maybe that's the dude. I don't know. Patriots beat the Saints. Look, it's the Saints. They're 1-5.
Yeah, sure. Good for them.
Sure. I don't fucking care.
Drake may look good.
He's a good quarterback. And I think the Patriots will be good one day. You got to get poor Chris Olave. Get him off his fucking team, dude. Jesus Christ. Next up, Browns, Steelers. Again, who cares? It's the Browns.
Handling business.
Fucking Gabriel Dillon throwing for 52 times in one game is some college shit, though.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
And also, like,
and only scoring 9 points.
fighting a Steelers player or whatever, like getting weird with him.
In real life, he's like this tall,
Yeah,
too.
he's a little
It's
guy.
weird, man. Next up, Panthers beat the Cowboys. They're quietly 3-3.
That's
the
fucking
Panthers.
crazy. That's
Quietly
insane.
3-3. Bryce Young has looked very good.
Not only quietly.
They beat the piss out of the Falcons 2 weeks ago, 30-0.
Rico Dowdle had
And he called it.
183 yards on
And
the
he called
ground.
it. He said, once I get my start, buckle the fuck up, Cowboys. And they asked him in the presser afterwards, and he goes, what happened? And he goes, Cowboys didn't buckle up. He goes, I told him to.
He rushed for 1,000 yards for them last year.
He's good.
And he's
good.
just been sitting behind Chuba this year.
Sitting mine, and Hubbard was hurt, so he finally got to start, and he fucking destroyed it. Next up, Seahawks Jaguars, man. This Seahawks.
That's a tough
team
game to
is-
go
it
fucking
is.
west to east and win like that on the road. That's
And the
impressive.
Jags haven't looked terrible.
No, the Jags are
they're
good. That's an impressive win.
It's just two good teams and a great win for Seattle. There's not much else you can say.
The chemistry between Durr and Jackson Smith and Jigma, he's on pace for like fucking 2,000 yards right now, this guy, for Seattle. So I don't know how they gelled so quickly, but
Darnold's
my
another
God, man.
dude who got ruined. Where did he start?
The Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't get ruined. He got one shot in Minnesota and fucking lit it up until the playoffs.
Yeah. But I was saying, like, the Jets wasted another guy who is a competent quarterback.
I mean,
competent.
Look what they did to Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, but
They got him stabbed.
Yeah.
I,
in a roundabout way. It's very much the Jets.
Yeah,
fault.
you got to blame him for that. Yeah.
Jackson Smith and Jigma has 700 yards receiving already.
Yeah, he's on pace for like
the
1,900
fuck,
right now, yeah.
dude. Good for them because I thought, look, you lose DK Metcalf. He's a slot receiver. How do you have that much? He's proven he isn't, I guess. Next up, Rams beat the Ravens.
Ravens have given up.
Yep, they've given up on the season. They're 1-5.
The Ravens are. I mean, they're the NFL equivalent of Penn State this year.
Yeah.
Essentially, like this team was supposed to be a Super Bowl contender.
We thought they were gonna. A lot of us thought they could go to the AFC Championship again.
Weren't they Derek's pick for the Super Bowl win?
I believe so. Either this year or last year, but either way,
He usually flip flops between the Broncos and the Ravens, and I feel like he picked the Ravens.
I think he picked the Broncos this year. I think you did too. To go at least. Next up was Titans versus Raiders.
Titans coach fired.
Yeah, Callahan got fired today.
Yeah,
Gone.
Which is, I mean, why?
I don't know.
You don't have a football team. You're getting mad at the guy for not coaching the team you don't have.
yeah.
Maybe he was like, please fire me.
When Van Jefferson
Can't
is your
take it.
leading receiver at 75 yards, it's like, hey, man, I can't take this anymore. The Titans is another place where quarterbacks go to die. I wouldn't want to go there either. You're going to get killed.
The difference with the Titans killing quarterbacks is I don't think one's come out of there and gone anywhere else and been successful. Like they like the Bears literally killed him.
I think Tannehill
was only kind of okay with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything.
He didn't do anything afterwards.
And then, like, the other one that they drafted and was supposed to be good was Mariota. And Mariota's a completely serviceable backup. But
yeah. Next up, Packers and Bengals. Great. Bengals are, backup quarterback. Who gives a shit? I'm not really that impressed with the Packers, to be honest with you, man. This was a way closer game than it should have been. And, I know they're 3-1-1, but their defense has given up a lot of fucking points into a backup quarterback like this, man. I don't have a lot of faith in them.
They're a little squishy, it feels like.
That's not just any backup quarterback. That's Joe Flacco, who was a starter on a much worse team than the Bengals are until recently. I think the Bengals are going to beat a few people by accident.
Maybe.
And then Burrow's coming back. In December, allegedly.
I would hold him out if they're out of the playoff contention. That's just me. Next up, let Baker bake. He's the MVP. Most exciting man in football. They lost their 1, 2, 3 wide receivers. He had to throw to 4, 5, and 6 all fucking game and destroyed the 49ers, dude. You can go ahead and just etch in his name for the MVP trophy right now, and that's it.
I mean, maybe he needs to have a conversation with Patrick Mahomes about how it doesn't matter who you're throwing to. Just shut the fuck up.
Maybe. He didn't say one fucking word. And there was a third and like forever play where she took off on, avoided a sack, and then ran for the first down. I mean, Jesus Christ. Most exciting guy in football.
Baker's a dog.
That's all you need.
Ibuka's fourth in the league in passing yards, but
problem is he got a hamstring
injury. Yeah, he's going to be out probably a month.
Evans is out. Yeah. Godwin is out. Ibuka is out, and he's throwing some fucking no names here, and it didn't matter. It did not matter for him, dude.
It sort of happened right at the best time, I guess. I mean, they're at the Lions next week, which is brutal, but at Saints, Patriots, actually, no, their schedule's a nightmare coming up.
It is, but they're 5-1, and they play in the worst division in football, so
they'll be all right.
They're fine. Next up, Chiefs-Lions. I don't know who this Chiefs team is. Week to week, it is fucking scary betting on these fucking guys. The Lions came in real hot. And even teased up to 9.5. I lost this fucking game, dude.
I think the Chiefs are finding their form. I think that's all it is. I think they're just finding their fucking form.
Mahomes looked great in this one, but it's like, who's your running back here?
It's by committee.
It is, but that sucks, man.
Patrick Mahomes ran the ball 10 times.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot for him. But maybe that's part of it. Maybe they see the defense sitting back on him too much, and they want to force somebody, a strong safety or a fucking linebacker to spy to open up the field a little bit more. And this game was mostly about that, maybe. Who knows?
AD just came out and said Franklin's big game record played a role in his firing. Sure. Or he lost the last 3 to awful teams.
Yeah, it wasn't big games that ultimately did it.
No. Purdue. College basketball, number one right now.
Yeah.
That poll just got released. Let's see here. Oof. Eagles pass rush depth takes a hit here. Who retired? Oh, is it Darius Smith retired, huh? No shit. All right. See, he's out of there. man, this could be a wide open NFL this year.
I think it pretty much is.
It
to be
feels
honest.
like it.
I don't.
It really feels like it. I can't name one dominant team who I'd be afraid of on a weekly basis.
There's no Ohio State.
No.
There's no clear front runner.
No.
I mean, every
Not
week.
Not remotely, yeah.
No. Like, these games are getting really fucking hard to bet on, dude. So, yeah, Jesus Christ, man. And then Richardson, Anthony Richardson, had a weird fucking fall, suffered a orbital fracture in a freak pregame incident. I don't know if you guys saw that. So, not that he was going to play anyways over Danny Dimes because of the season he's had.
Right.
But now they don't have a backup. So, if something happens to Danny Dimes,
you gotta go find somebody.
they're fucked. But yeah, man, what a wild time right now in the NFL. Looking forward to these games tonight.
Well,
I got to choose them. I don't, you know.
There's other games tonight. The Mariners at the Blue Jays. Mariners stole the first game of the ALCS on the road.
Yep. Well, look, you picked the Mariners.
I love them.
They got the best pitching probably that are healthy so far.
So who wins out of these? Who goes to the World Series out of these two teams?
Mariners, Dodgers.
Okay.
Just Mariners pitching is too good.
I gotta think at some point. Look, I'm just gonna be anti-Dodger. I don't care. At some point,
you hate the
LA's
Dodgers.
shitty bullpen. It is legitimately bad. Has got to bite them in the ass. And the Brewers are, so far this postseason, they've shown that they can do a good job of seizing the opportunity, and they did it in the regular season too. I like the Brewers to finally get over that hump. Brewers and Mariners, I think, would be a World Series to see who gets their first ever World Series win.
Yep, it would.
It would. But I like the Dodgers. There feels like there's something magical going on in Seattle. Give me Dodgers, Mariners in this one.
I would love to see the Mariners win their first title. That'd be great.
The Mariners have not even been.
Yeah, do you guys ever feel this when you watch these games on TV, that there's just a different energy in the crowd? Where you're like, man, it feels like they're here. That's what it feels like in Seattle.
It's Cal Raleigh's ass.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's his ass. There was a guy sitting behind home plate last night that had a fucking butt plug T-shirt on that just said "Big Dumper" or whatever his nickname is.
Big Dumper, dude.
Big Dumper.
Big Dumper.
It's like, all right, cool. You're gonna bust out butt plug T-shirts right behind the home plate. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, and by the way, hit a home run. First fucking game, dude. So it's like, that's the dude right now.
Yeah. I mean,
feels like there's something magical going on in Seattle.
Yeah, if you're a Major League
Seattle
Baseball
versus
scout
Dodgers.
right now, by the way, you're looking around at like dudes with big asses for sure.
Yeah.
Absolute dump trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the Brewers are going to have something magical. They've been a real scrappy team, and I think there are serious weaknesses on this Dodger team.
Ohtani is going to start, by the way, one of the games that was announced.
Yeah, he started one against the Phillies too. He went like 4 innings or something like
3
that.
3 runs.
Yeah.
6 innings, 3 runs.
Okay, yeah, like I'm not. Ohtani is a scary player. I'm not necessarily scared of him as a pitcher right at this moment
But Blake Snell, I am, and that
Yeah,
motherfucker's
100%.
unstoppable.
Yeah,
He's
Snell's going tonight, and then Ohtani will go in game 2. Sasaki is the only guy who's been good out of their bullpen, which is odd because he's not a.
I think they've been bringing Glasnow in out of the bullpen.
Here's what's even
Glasnow
more
came
odd,
in one side of
guys.
the bullpen, yeah.
The Brewers have not picked a starter for tonight.
They do fucking
Bullpen
bullpen games all the time.
And they've done it effectively so far.
I think they're the ones that actually. It was in the Cardinals that started that.
Game 1 of the NLCS, you're going with a bullpen game?
Maybe.
Hey, I know you were dead, but the Braves won a World Series with quite a few bullpen games.
Really?
Yeah, more.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's wild to me, man. I mean,
they call it a bullpen game, but what it really is you're using an opener instead of a closer. You're using a guy to shut down the first and second inning and get through the meat of the lineup the first time, and then you bring in another guy that's a heavy inning.
Mizrowski.
Yeah.
And against the Cubs, and I think that was game 1 maybe, and Mizrowski,
1 or 2, yeah.
Whoever the opener was did their job. I think the Cubs score a run.
And then Mizrowski threw 4.
Yeah,
scoreless.
I mean, mowed him down.
Yep.
Yeah, like they've got it. They seem to have it tuned up pretty
It's not
well.
a bad strategy if you've got it lined up like that personnel wise and it makes sense for you. It's not a bad strategy.
Okay. Yeah, we're 5 hours from opening pitch and they don't have a starter.
You also get an extra bullpen guy or an extra roster spot for a pitcher in the playoffs now.
Okay.
So it's like 28 or something or some bullshit. I don't remember.
All right.
But yeah, it's smart.
Look, can't wait to watch tonight's. God, I wish there were a sponsor at YouTube TV. Because putting these 4 games in the quad tonight is going to be fucking perfect.
It's a magical night.
Yes.
I'll be at a wedding actually. But
2 fucking Monday night games.
Who the fuck gets married on a Monday?
On Columbus
in Austin.
Day.
I don't know. but I'm going to a
On
wedding.
Is it?
It's at 5 o'clock. I have a fucking wedding.
Jesus Christ, that's crazy, Bob.
Is it? Are you going to be in shorts?
No, I brought clothes. They're in the car.
Okay.
See, here's
Outrageous. Outrageous situation.
You know how like you're in college and the guy's got a fucking master's, so you wait 10 minutes. He's got a PhD, you wait 15.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you fuck off, right?
Yep.
If you invite me to a wedding on a Monday, I'm coming in the clothes that I wore to work that day. And you can live with that. I think that's fair.
Yeah. Bet with us or against us on mybookie.com. Don't forget to use the promo code Drinkin' Bros to double that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. NFL-wise, Bills. I have not made up my mind on the Redskins game, but check back into Drinkin' Bros Sports on Facebook. It is a private group. Sign up. Just don't be a fucking dick. That is the only rules there. Rate this show a 5-star on Spotify. All the videos from every single sports show are up there and will be forever. Patreon is Patreon, including today's Drinkin' Bros podcast. We'll be doing fake news here live in about 10 minutes. Obviously, we'll be talking about Trump's historic peace deal in the Middle East. Broke into every program this morning, and I've never seen anything like that in my life. So we'll go over it in great detail here in 10 minutes on Patreon. Join us over there. For D'Anthony Hollaway, Hot Bob, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Monday Morning Recap. Good.